race start, release brake, and off you yeah. I'm sure. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to, of course, the second video on the E63S. We're going to be filming our first POV video on this. I am sitting with one of the owners of the E63S, so make sure to check out Xtremecompetitions. All their links are in my bio. So as you guys heard from the previous video, this is my second time driving the E63S. And from the previous video, as you can tell, I was definitely impressed by the performance, the comfort, the luxury, and of course, the looks. Right, guys, so we are back. I had to get out the location we were filming because it's just, you can't speed, can't put your foot down. But the one thing you notice, as I was telling the owner, being a stock car, the biggest major factor about any sort of stock AMG vehicle is the fact that there is no sort of connection to the vehicle. There's no sort of, you can't feel the engine, you can't feel the gearbox. But undoubtedly, it is a very, very fast car. As you can see, as you can see, yeah, there are slight pops and bangs or burbles. Being an AMG, obviously you get that personality out in well, race mode, but it's not, you can't really hear it that much. Like I said in the previous video, it's a very, very good car, and it is so responsive. Kind of coming back to the POV side of things, driving the car, you can probably tell from the camera that it is a very, very big car. There is no doubt about to it. You do feel very, very superior. So kind of going back to my CLS 55 AMG, which was a very big car. I think it was bigger than this, or probably the same size. In this, you feel, I believe it's got adaptive suspension. So obviously it goes up and down, adapts to the way you drive. So even when you launch, the up raises, so it's quite cool. But, oh bloody hell. I can't. But the one thing I can't get over is the fact that the way this thing launches and moves is just on a different level. Kind of the gearbox, I believe it's an 8-speed. Is it an 8-speed? 9. It's a, okay, so it's an, oh, okay, so the previous one was an 8-speed, and this is a 9-speed, so it's got a 9-speed embedded with a, I believe it's a twin turbo V8, and it is, what a combination for sure. I like the performance, I like the luxury, I like the feel, I like everything. And I think with a lot of German cars, the biggest factor with a lot of these cars is you feel like you're sitting in a very expensive car. Mercedes having an absolute crazy history, probably world renowned to be luxurious, AMG being, well, world renowned for being absolutely crazy and bonkers. But this car, on the other hand, is slightly different. Having the E-Class being an everyday car, you get the experience of luxury, performance, looks, and of course, fuel isn't that bad. I mean, at the moment, we're averaging 10, okay, actually, I take that back. We're averaging 10.4 mpg, which was way better than my 55 AMG. But being a big luxury saloon, well, it's not saloon, big luxury family car, I'd say, it's definitely packs a punch for sure. I mean, I'll try not to rag it too much. So as you can see, national speed limit. We'll give it a nice launch to kind of see what the car's all about. So put down, race mode, race start, release brake, and off you How does that feel? So guys, as you can tell, the 4Matic system on any sort of AMG is just bonkers, and it's a million times better than any sort of Quattro system or Howdeck system, I'd say, because it grips nicely, it doesn't wheel spin like most Quattro systems. Probably the only car that doesn't spin is the RS6 because of the weight. And I think also with this car as well, being a 2-ton car, the weight backs it up a lot. But I can't fault this car at all. I think sitting in it, I think the blessing of the car is the fact that you know you're sitting in a luxury vehicle. So you've got the nice, really nice lights. I bet at night it looks insane. You've got the really nice carbon fiber bits interior, obviously the interior. This car is probably spec'd up to death. It's got probably every spec available. Obviously camera in the front, camera in the back. You've got the touch screen, you've got all sorts. You've got pan roof, which I think in most Mercedes you get anyway. But I think with cars like these, I think it should be standard. kind of ending the vlog off, comparing it to the M140i, you are driving a big boat. That's just how it is. Kind of comparing it back to the 55 AMG, you're driving a boat. Any sort of AMG, I compare it to a big boat on steroids. But it's a good car, and like I said, guys, massive thank you to obviously Xtremecompetitions for obviously lending me the car to do 2 videos on it. I'm looking forward to obviously collaborating a bit more, hopefully getting more cars on the channel, obviously sponsor, you know, them, hopefully they'll sponsor me one day. But you know, we'll get some more cars on there, obviously more content for you guys to enjoy, and hopefully maybe let me know in the comment section below, should we put up the M140i versus the E63 and their M4, was it M4 comp? Was it M4? So put it up against the M4, which I think would be a nice race. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned, of course, subscribe and all that good stuff.